So right now, Ryan, what we love is when the winds get out of here. We don't want them.
But we don't want them, especially when it's colder out there. And we are back to below 0-degree air temperatures in parts of the San Juan Mountain areas. Wolf Creek, Colorado, 1 below 0 on this wacky Wednesday morning because of wacky weather ahead across our viewing area. Cold, again, below 0 in Wolf Creek, Colorado, with a 21-mile-per-hour wind, at 36-mile-per-hour wind gusts, feeling even colder out there. 78% humidity and very light flurries occasionally. But we do notice the lights highlighting the fresh snow that has fallen a few inches. And Wolf Creek, you're under a winter storm watch. More snow to come. It's to the east where we are dealing with a little bit more in the way of snow still falling and reduced visibility. Clayton, 3-mile visibility, very cold. 1-mile visibility in Clovis, just below freezing, so some slick travel, icy travel on bridges, overpasses, sidewalks, and some roadways as well. 8-mile visibility in Roswell, 0-mile visibility in Hobbs, so very reduced visibility, but air temperatures just above the freezing mark in Hobbs at 37, just below the freezing mark in Clovis at 29. 10 degrees right now in Clayton, 20 in Raton, 29 Santa Fe, good visibility last check, and likely that will remain so throughout the rest of the morning. 35, a colder morning in Albuquerque, feeling like the 20s though with that wind. 21 in Farmington, 41 at the TRC, 50 right now in Alamogordo, and some reduced visibility there occasionally because of some patchy blowing dust. We got dense fog advisories in northern Lee County, with temperatures above freezing. Below freezing temperatures and fog, we got freezing fog advisories just north of Tucumcari to Raton. That freezing fog advisory has expired in the East Highlands, the East Mountain communities because of that westerly, warmer, drier wind is starting to come on back. We do notice a hazy foothills seen here beyond the Duke City because of some of the winds mixing the air around a little bit, but we can still faintly see the light on top of Sandia Peak. That west-southwesterly wind at 9 miles per hour making it feel like the 20s out there. 35 the air temperature at the Sunport, 40% relative humidity, fast-moving clouds moving quickly from west to east. Snow flurries in the northern mountains, the northeast highlands, the San Mateo Mountains, and also starting to approach with some valley rain showers into the Gila National Forest. Winds at the surface pretty persistent, more from the northeast, still in Clayton providing that very cold and high humidity surface type of condition there. 22-mile-per-hour wind feeling like -6 last check. A 14-mile-per-hour wind more from the west in Las Vegas, starting to warm things up comparative to the northeast highland areas. And a 10-mile-per-hour wind there in Socorro, and gusty winds occasionally around 22 miles per hour in Grants. Those red-colored areas in the Guadalupe Pass, the Sierra Blanca Range, and the Gila National Forest, the east slopes, down the east slopes of those mountains, indicative of the kind of warmer westerly winds gusting more than 40 miles per hour. We'll see a lot of that today, including Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Alamosa, even towards the southern eastern areas of New Mexico where conditions are humid. It'll dry out later today and will warm up in the 60s, not as much as compared to yesterday in Carlsbad, but where that cold front will still be parked with northeasterly winds. Clovis on the edge of that in the 40s, 20s and 30s, Tucumcari, teens and 20s in Raton. Meanwhile, 40s Santa Fe, 50s Albuquerque, and near 60 in places like Deming. Closer to normal conditions with mostly sunny skies in Albuquerque at 51, but at a cost to stronger winds, some patchy blowing dust around the Rio Grande Valley. Sprinkles and flurries moving quickly to the southern parts of New Mexico, and snow flurries moving eastward very quickly in northern New Mexico. Sprinkles by the afternoon, maybe some hit or miss flurries in the higher elevations, but elsewhere, mostly clear skies before our next storm system arrives in the Great Basin and eventually into New Mexico as we head late this week into the weekend with near record amounts of moisture with the storm system. Widespread rain and snow, even rain likely in Albuquerque, snow around Santa Fe, especially in the higher terrain. Feet of snow in places like not only potentially around Taos and Ski Santa Fe, but especially Wolf Creek, Colorado, adding to at least that 3.5-foot base there. And we're going to be seeing much needed precipitation in areas that really need it, not only mountain snow with winter storm watches in effect, as I mentioned, but also some rain in southern areas, even some snow in the western and southern mountains. So wet and wintry ahead in Durango after a breezy and colder day today. And below 0-degree temperatures in Alamosa returning tomorrow morning. Farmington, Cuba, Grants, highs in the 30s and 40s. Warmer with our next storm system. Las Cruces looking mostly dry with our next storm system in the 60s and 70s until we start to cool off by the weekend. Lordsburg, very breezy today, 40+ mile per hour wind gusts. Cloudcroft, snow ending. And Artesia warming up and drying out. Clovis, I still think the clouds and humidity will linger in the high 30s and 40s. Tucumcari around freezing this afternoon, if that. Clayton, Capitoline, teens and 20s for high temperatures, but much warmer and drier in Santa Rosa, Las Vegas in the 40s and 50s. Red River to Santa Fe in the 20s, 30s, and low 40s. Most of the snow has ended, but we'll see more snow this weekend. Moriarty, Mountain Air, Tijeras. Breezy weather, mostly clear skies today, and from the north to south valley of Albuquerque. A seasonal day in terms of temperatures, as well as tomorrow, although it will be a little bit warmer tomorrow. The big difference between today and tomorrow will be the much lighter winds tomorrow. Lovely weather on Valentine's Day if you guys like the rain, but then we'll see those winds really pick up, and we may even see a little bit wet snow in parts of the metro come Friday night to Saturday morning, maybe.
Oh, okay. That's something.
Fingers crossed. I like it, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ryan.